Today we'll be discussing about the law of dominance. It is the law of inheritance given by the Mendel, and it is a very important one. And this law of dominance is purely based on the monohybrid cross. Mendel did a monohybrid cross and then framed the law of the dominance. Now, according to the law of dominance, these 3 points are very much important. And these 3 points are strictly based on the NCERT. These 3 points are also given in the NCERT. So question can be asked from here. The very first point is that characters are controlled by certain discrete units, and these discrete units which are controlling the characters are called as the factors. Mendel have never used the term genes. He has used the term factors. But in the year 1909, there was a scientist whose name was the Johansen, who used the term genes instead of the factors. The second point is that factors always occur in pairs. These factors, which will be later called as genes, never occur individually. They are always found in the pairs. We'll be seeing here when we'll be talking about the monohybrid cross. Now the third point is very important. In a dissimilar pair of factor, say for this is a dissimilar pair of factors. Say for this is a dissimilar pair of factor. So one member of the pair dominates the other. Means one is dominant and the another one is recessive. Okay. So these are the 3 important points. Characters are controlled by discrete units called as the factors. Factors always occurs in pairs, and in a dissimilar pair of factor, one member of the pair dominates the other, means one is dominant over the other. Now, the law of dominance is also used to explain the expression of only one of the parental character in the monohybrid cross in F1 generation, and the expression of both the characters in the F2 generation. You can see in this cross that in F1 generation only the tall character is expressed, while in the F2 generation the tall and the dwarf characters both are expressed. So law of dominance suggests that in F1 generation only one character is expressed, while in F2 generation both the characters are expressed. Okay. Now this entire law of dominance, okay, is actually based on the F1 generation. Means whatever the conclusion we are drawing for the law of dominance is based on the F1 generation. Means you have to concentrate on the F1 generation. Okay. Now we can also define the law of dominance in such a way. When a pair of allele is brought together in F1 generation, then only one of them expresses itself masking the effect of the another one. Means I want to say that in F1 generation only one of the character is expressed and the another one is not expressed. Why? Because this one, that is known as the dominant one, suppresses the effect of the another one, or I can say it masks the effect of the another one. Okay. Now if we want to explain the law of dominance in a better way, we have to discuss about the monohybrid cross. This is a monohybrid cross. We know very well that in a monohybrid cross, we take one pair of the contrasting characters. Say for here I have taken the pure tall and the pure dwarf. Pure tall is shown by capital T, and pure dwarf is shown by small t. This is homozygous tall. This is homozygous dwarf. Okay. When they are crossed together, then F1 generation is produced, and in this F1 generation we can see here that I have written that the offsprings or the progenies are hybrid tall. Okay. Means 100% are hybrid tall. Why they are hybrid tall? Because here this is a pair of dissimilar. This is a pair of dissimilar factor. Okay. And in this dissimilar factor, right, there is dominant unit factor. Capital T is the dominant unit factor, and the small t is the recessive unit factor. But why we have written the hybrid tall? Because law of dominance says that out of this pair only one expresses. So this dominant unit factor is expressed and it is masking the effect of the small t, and it is also called as the recessive unit factor. That's why I have written here that in capital T small t, that is the F1 hybrid, only t expresses itself. It means this t is dominant. It is called as the dominant unit factor, while the small t in the F1 generation is masked. Its expression is not done. Okay, so it is the recessive, or I can say that it is a recessive unit factor. Right. Now when F1 generation is selfed, means capital T small t is crossed with small t, capital T small t. In F2 generation we can see that both characters tall as well as dwarf is expressed, and the ratio which is obtained by the Mendel, that is known as the phenotypic ratio, is 3:1. You can see that 3 are tall and 1 is dwarf. Okay, but you must remember one thing more, that law of dominance is not a universal law and it has certain exceptions. Okay, say for the incomplete dominance and the codominance are the exceptions of the law of dominance. Means in law, that is the incomplete dominance and the codominance, law of dominance is not applicable. So student, this video was based on the law of dominance. We will be coming soon with few more videos. Thanks a lot. If you want to take the screenshot of this video, you can take.